Pt.1, counselor of the people. So when I'm speaking in Hebrew, I want to make it clear to you that our trials and tribulations was beyond massive. Now your past is one teach us to be living.
Therefore her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned.
And she shall be what?
Utterly burned. Utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High God,
right?
Who judges her.
Yeah, so strong is the Most High God who judges her. All right, and it's not just America, but it's all of the ruling countries and the ruling class around this whole planet Earth. God is coming back to regulate. And God is looking for his chosen people. Go to Revelation chapter 7. And start. We're going to start from verse 1. God is looking for his chosen people that are left on all four corners of the earth, scattered abroad. Right? Read that.
From translated.
Revelation chapter 7, starting from the top. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth.
So God has angels surrounding this planet. And they're waiting to bring destruction. Read on.
Holding the four winds of the earth.
Holding the four winds of the earth. That's going to bring destruction. Read on.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Another angel ascending from where?
The east.
From where?
The east.
That's why Jesus Christ said that he's going to come from the east. All right, and what is he bringing? And what information is he bringing to these angels? Read on.
Having the seal of the living God.
Having the seal of the living God. A seal is when you put a stamp on something that nobody can open it without breaking it.
Facts.
That's the seal. What and who is he bringing this seal to? Read on.
And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth.
Whom it was given to hurt the earth. Read on.
And the sea.
And the sea. Read on.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants.
So Christ is looking to seal his servants. But how do you become a servant of Christ? I know it's more. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Because you know it's going to be funny. We might even go through this chapter.
Let's go.
How do you become a servant of Christ? By doing his will.
By doing
what?
He
said, doing his will, meaning if ye love me, keep my commandments. That's how you become a servant of Christ. Read on.
That on there, man.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God.
Of who?
Of our God.
Our is possessive. Read on.
In their foreheads.
In their foreheads, meaning in their mind. So it's not a literal seal, but it's a spiritual seal. Read on.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of all the what?
Children of Israel.
Of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So the Lord is looking for 144,000 chosen men from out of each tribe of the nation of Israel, totaling to 144,000. Read on. It's more.
Of the tribe of Judah.
The tribe of Judah is you so-called blacks that was brought here on cargo slave ships.
Bring it out.
The Bible prophesied it. Right now, we are standing at a port that is the revealing of a prophecy written in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. When God said he was going to bring his people into slavery through cargo slave ships. And at this very port, they had slave ships coming up, bringing slaves off of these boats into chains through that tunnel.
Yep. Straight to the fountain.
And straight to the fountain where they was auctioned off and sold into slavery. So you so-called blacks fit that prophecy, and that prophecy was given to the tribe of Judah. Read on.
Of the tribe of Reuben. We're still 12,000.
Now, the tribe of Reuben is you so-called Seminole Indians. Some of you identify yourselves as Negroes because you was here first. But when they came over here, they classified you as Indian. The word Indian means savage. The Seminole Indians fought to the bitter end, unlike the other Indian tribes, against their oppressors.
The colonizers.
And they took in runaway slaves from the tribe of Judah.
In April of 1836, Black Seminoles and their Indian allies moved together to create what was the largest slave rebellion in U.S. history. This wasn't just a matter of runaway slaves. More than 385 plantation slaves ran away from their masters and joined the Black Seminoles.
Woo! That's why they're mentioned right after Judah. Because originally they are the oldest tribe of the nation of Israel.
Firstborn, eh?
They're the only tribe in the Americas out of the native Indians who have the most Negroes within their tribes. So that's the tribe of Reuben.
Right.
Read on.
Of the tribe of Gad, we're still 12,000.
And the tribe of Gad is also North American native Indians. Blackfoot, Cherokee, Apache. These are the children of Israel.
Somebody in trouble.
And right now, this week, many people are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating the slaughtering. Is it this week or is it next week?
Is it? I don't know.
I believe it's this week.
It's today 21st. What's
So I believe it's this week. See, we don't celebrate these wicked holidays. That's why we don't even care about what is coming. But you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, which is the commemoration of the mass slaughtering and genocide of Native American Indians, like the Seminole Indians from the tribe of Reuben, like the Blackfoot and the Cherokee Indians from the tribe of Gad. Read on. Go ahead.
Salakia. And we don't realize it. A lot of people still don't even think about it. But you walk on these bones every day of the people that this land belonged to. And you don't think God is just? That's a hey, he got something in store.
He got something.
You better believe it. There's a grand finale when this movie is going to be over with, because we're all in the biblical storyline right now. You just toward the end.
There you go.
And his judgment toward other people and toward his own. If he put us in slavery and cargo slave ship for 500 years and we're his chosen people, what do you think he's going to do?
Exactly.
To the people that has been oppressing and keeping his people down and will not let his people go to this day.
That's right. That's right. Go to the book of Genesis. Because we're not leaving in Revelation 7. But we're going to link up Revelation 7 with Genesis 49.
Ooh. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power.
Con. So Reuben was the excellency of what? Dignity and power. That's why he wore the crown of feathers on his head, which the feather to the Native Americans are a sacred symbol, symbolizing the folklore and the traditional tales that they would tell their children and children's children over campfires of all of the different animals representing the various Indian tribes and their fights among one another, and how the eagle became the head and the feather of the eagle became a symbol of excellency, of dignity.
Somebody took that eagle.
But here it is, in today's time, what do? We make fun of them by trying to dress up like a Native Indian on Halloween.
Ooh, that's so disrespectful.
How can somebody culture become a costume? Somebody culture becomes a costume. Are you serious?
Though mocking and scoffing God's chosen people. Remember.
Keep going.
Go to verse 19. Go to verse 19.
All right, come. We there.
It's more. Read that.
Verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
So a troop shall overcome him. It was prophesied that a troop was going to overcome him.
Gad, Native American. They don't.
That's why the Englishmen, when they came over here, what did they do? They conquered the so-called Gadites. When I say so-called, that's their real names. But the names that they go by today are North American Indians.
Oh.
They were conquered by the troop, and to this day, still conquered by a troop.
So
Here it is. All they want is to protect the environment.
Their grave sites.
They don't want to. They don't want a North Dakota pipeline going through their property and their land that you placed them in and segregated them into.
Right.
And all they're saying is we don't want a pipeline going through here damaging the water and the trees.
Right.
But the world needed to see what was going on.
Law enforcement forcibly removed Native Americans and allies from their encampment on the pipeline's construction site.
They went in there and they beat up a lot of relatives. We had grandmothers there. They shoved their grandmothers around. They dragged their grandmothers around.
More than 200,000 people have watched Isha Hofer's live video from October 27th.
We have our cameras in our prayers. That's all we have. We have our cameras in our prayers. That's all we have.
And then what happened? A troop come and sick dogs on them during a protest and hose them down with water hose during a protest.
Yep. And they still build.
But what was going to happen when Yahushua come back?
Oh, let's read it.
What? Read?
Let's read it. But he shall overcome at the last.
But guess what? The North American Indians going to overcome at the last. See, that's why you're losing control and power in your kingdom now. And they taking down all of the Christopher Columbus statues and changing Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day because Gad shall overcome in the last.
Yep. It's coming.
So soon your Thanksgiving going to be taken away too. Guess what? The Most High already taken away Thanksgiving. That's why he's pushing Corona out here. For disrespecting the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad.
Bring it out.
Go back to Revelation, where we left off at.
It's one life to live, so live it the best you can. Native Americans. It's one life to live, so live it the best you can.
Somewhere there's a person who lost their
People try to make it like Africans are the source to all black people when like blacks in general, all Africans are just one group of black people out of many. Like that's one of the things we gotta get people to realize. If we allow them to tell our history, according to them, we wouldn't even come from Africa. Like according to them, we'd just be nobody, which is the reason why this scripture is so important. Jeremiah 17:4, it says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee." Discontinue meaning to completely cut off. Not give up, cut off. They completely cut us off. We didn't even know the land that they took us from. Our children grew up not knowing anything. When you read the book Narrative of a Slave by Frederick Douglass, it's like one of my favorite books right now that I'm reading. Like, they grew up not knowing their age, how old we were.
Brothers.
They didn't know who was their brother or sister.
Sometimes their mother and father.
They didn't, exactly. They didn't even know who their mother and father was.
He met her once, twice or something.
Yeah, let alone, exactly, let alone to even know that we would take it from the West Coast of Africa,
And now when I see you, all I can say is peace.